Hello and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Bedrock tutorials. Now on my right you can see we've got a sugarcane farm, and on my left we've got a bamboo farm. Now what I will be showing you is quite a few different designs. We'll firstly be showing you how to stack this farm on top of the carrot and potato farms and wheat that I showed you in a different tutorial. So in a 15 by 15 area, so you can see here I've got quite a bit of space to work with. But we shall also be showing you a couple of other designs which I've also come up with, and these of course may be used by other Minecraft tutorialers. I'm not sure what that word is, but yes, they may be used this kind of design. So hopefully you can learn something from my design, because I hope to show you why it works and how it works. So let's just pop straight into creative and show you the designs that we've got in the realm. So this is our 15 by 15 square. The internal bit is of course 14 by 14. So what we want to do is we'll start with bamboo. We'll start with sugarcanes. I really think that should be singular, but anyway, what we need to do is start with some water, because otherwise the sugarcane is just going to start popping off. So under all of this, of course, you need to have rails and collection points, because otherwise the sugarcane is just going to rest on top of the dirt or whatever you have. So we start with some slabs. We then fill up these things with water all the way around, and we can then of course plant our sugarcane just like that. I would advise actually to leave the sugarcane till last, because otherwise it will start growing and it may be a little bit in the way. As you can see, I'm continually planting on top of that. We want to get some blocks for these to rest on, and of course back here as well. Let's just get that. These can be any block you want. I am using dirt here because it's nice and simple and it's in my hand already. We want some pistons. I believe we need 14 pistons across here and the same across here. So that's 28 pistons. Redstone. No, I need to remember how to do this myself. So we want the observer here. Yeah, facing the block, so it can take its detection block. A block here, I believe, and that should be it. Let's test it. It's been a while since I actually built this, and there you go. So what happens here is that the observer detects a signal. It sends it through the block, which then powers it. I believe it's block update detector or something like that. I forget exactly what, and it will detect that. Now, of course, you spread the redstone all the way around the bottom. Put your blocks on to put your observers across the top here. I can't fly, can I? Like so. And I'm shift clicking them on top, although I didn't have to because they're just non-interactive blocks. And then we have our blocks on top of here. So that is rather simple, and a rather simple way to do it. Now over here is where we would have the wall I had in the realm, and we start on the bamboo one, which is very similar. We start again with our blocks across here, and we don't need one in the middle for water. So if we just come across here, we need to get rid of these because I've made a slight mistake. Let us get rid of those. We put in our bamboo side by side, and likewise. Now bamboo doesn't need water, so you can make this as big or as small as you want, or as long as you want. We have our blocks across here, which is where our pistons can sit. And let's get rid of that. Our pistons will just sit here, just like so. We get our redstone, our block on top of that, and our observer. And these, I did this the wrong way around, but these are of course going to detect a signal as they come out. And likewise, just like the other ones, you're going to want to put a minecart rail underneath it, so the block directly underneath the dirt. With this one, this is where I would advise using a non-falling block, so grass to grow your sugarcane, not sand, because it's a real pain to have to put the sand in on top of the rail, and then if you break a sand or if you break something, the sand just going to fall through, the water will destroy all your rails and all your hard work will be wasted. So this is the design I used in the realm, and I do recommend it if you're trying to use the 15 by 15 layout like I do here. So it is reasonably useful if you're trying to stack them like I did in the realm. Now I'm going to cut here and go to a couple of different other designs that I've got that may be useful as well. Now I've gone ahead and built this design so I can show you what exactly it looks like. This design can be done as long as it needs to be, as long as the redstone signal reaches. How it works is that we're limiting the height of the the bamboo. So this can really go any height at lengths because we're not using observers to detect, and they can trigger some rather things. So this you can have up to the 15. However, having said that, it will only remove the top one. So in that sense, it's probably best to just have one high and remove it as needed. Let's just grow that. So how it works is we've just got the piston, it's firing down onto the top one, and we've got a simple redstone copper clock here, the items going back and forth, comparators detecting that, firing into this piston using that block update thing again, into the redstone, into the piston, which is stopping the items from flowing back, and at some point all the items will come through. This one will detect nothing, it'll fire this piston, dragging it back, just like that, and it will break, it'll fire this torch, and you can see we've now got a piece of bamboo down here. So this one is a little bit more useful if you're wanting longer stuff, and we'll be using this design in a future episode as well, not to do bamboo though. This design is less useful in water-based ones that need water, because under here you can have your water. Let's just get our water bucket out. Water bucket, and so just like this. So the water, it'll go fine with sugarcane here. We need to get sugarcane again, like that. But unfortunately, since you need water right next to sugarcane, it can't be below. Let's just prove that. Now you saw water under there, and I can't place sugarcane there. I'm cooking as hard as I can, nothing. So this will not work as well with sugarcane. You can of course convert this into a sugarcane design, but I would not recommend it. Now with this design, it is imperative, it is absolutely necessary that you have your half slab here, because you cannot put the water under this dirt block here. If we look under there's the rails. The water would of course wash away the rails, and since I've got sand here, the water will of course just destroy every single piece of rail that it can reach. With the bamboo, it doesn't matter so much. I actually remove the bamboo in here. It doesn't matter anymore because you do not need water to grow bamboo. With bamboo, you need to remember that it can go infinitely high. You can put the observer a little bit higher, but then you need to do a bit of complicated redstone shenanigans, that's the word, to make sure that the pistons will actually fire. I like this design because it will give me bamboo reasonably fast. This will also give me sugarcane reasonably fast. And it is pretty compact. It doesn't use too much redstone aside from the rather expensive observer, and it is rather compact. It fits in this design. And that is basically it for this tutorial. Now, if I have left anything out, just leave a comment down below. If you have also liked this video and it has really helped you to learn a few things as to how to do a bit more of these farming stuff, just leave me a comment, leave a subscribe, and of course a like. And don't forget to keep watching out for other tutorials and of course my Terra Ventures series. See you soon.